Woo, all right, so here we go, man. Here we go. You know I love doing my top 10 videos. You know I always do two, really, when it comes to a cycle of iPhones. I always do the first one when it comes out, a couple months after it comes out, and then after months and months of use, I go ahead and hit you with a second version, and that's where we are today with the top 10 best cases for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, I will say this right now. This is by far the hardest list that I've ever had to put together. We have some cases that are absolute champs that didn't make the list. And that's saying a lot about this, all right? So brands out there, if you're watching my videos, I know you like to watch top 10 videos. Don't get mad about where your case is. If you made this top 10 list, trust me, that means you have a very, very good case. Enough of blabbering my mouth. You ain't come to hear me talk. Let's go ahead and kick it off with number 10, and we got to go with the dBrand grip. Now, this right here is a shocker already because this case was one that was always in my top 5. Ever since I've started doing the top 10 videos, maybe have failed to 6. But to put the dBrand grip at the top at 10, it really hurts me, man. But the grip, you already know, has to be up here. This is like one of the cases that I love, but I don't really use a lot for some reason. I don't know why. I really want this case to have stronger MagSafe. That's one downside about the dBrand grip. It needs a little bit stronger MagSafe. But other than that, you can kind of say this case checks all the other boxes. When you were talking about customization with the skins that dBrand have to offer, you can go on their website and just choose whatever skin that you want to really match your personalization, your personality. You can kind of go do that, man. It's just the skins are dope when it comes to dBrand, but the grip when it comes to the case, hence the dBrand grip name, is hard to beat it when it comes to this phone case. This is one of the best grippier style cases. Now, if a lot of people complain because it has lint and it picks up lint in your pocket, I don't care about all that. All right? You brush it off and you kind of keep it going. It starts to become an issue after a long period of time with the lint, but in my opinion, it's not that bad. Buttons are amazing. I mean, they work just perfectly fine. You get a super tight fit. I would be, losing my mind a little bit if I didn't include the dBrand grip in that top 10 case. It provides that protection if you need it. It's in that hybrid, I say, between a heavy duty case and a more of a thin case. It's kind of that perfect in between to a case that has just enough thickness to where I feel like it's not too big, but can still handle the protection and everything that you want when it comes to a case. So running in at number 10, running in at number 10 is the dBrand grip. First time it's ever been that low, but trust me, you got some good stuff coming up. Coming in at number 9, this is a case that I gave a second chance. When I first started using it, I was kind of like, I don't know. There's a couple things that I don't like about it, but I started using it on my phone more and more. And honestly, out of all the cases I have, this is probably the third case that has been on my phone the most, probably, and that's going to be the Mous Limitless 5.0. Now, if you don't know about Mous, man, they have been doing it for a very long time. This is also another case that's always in my top 10, but it always floats around that 6-7 mark when it comes to my rankings. But I love the Limitless, man. This is still a case that I use, and a lot of people think I'm crazy. When I travel and different things like that, I like to carry extra cases with me. The Mous is one of those cases that I typically will carry with me, man. It's just, it gets the job done with a very tight fit, all right? This is probably one of the tightest fitting cases on this list when it comes to a very nice tight fit. It does have floating buttons, but they do kind of, they kind of wiggle a little bit, and you can kind of hear it when it wiggles. It's something that you're not really going to hear when you're just normally using the phone, but it's there, and I got to take a note for it. They have a nice air mid fiber back, which I feel like is good. It's going to leave your smudges. It is what it is. MagSafe on Mous cases can be a little bit suspect, all right? They're a little bit on the weaker side, but it still holds MagSafe when it comes to my car mount. Anything like that is still going to get the job done. And with the new case this year, they have the grips on the side, which makes the Mous just that much better, because one of the pain points when it came to the Limited line was it was just like a wet bar of soap. And it still is a little bit slippery, but they did combat that with adding those little bit of grips on the side. So the Mous Limitless 5.0 had to be up here. Air mid fiber, very tight fit, nice buttons, added that grip on the side, and it just brings the protection to like medium to heavy duty-ish protection. Had to put it up there, man. Sitting at number 9. This is such a solid pick, and it's still one of my go-tos when it comes to my 14 Pro Max. Now, the number 8 case is one that I had a hard time putting this low because it's such a good case, and I really love it, and I feel like it's underrated. All of my leatherologists, please stand up. We got to go ahead and talk about the leather case from Bullstrap in this beautiful bourbon color right here, man. So if you don't know about Bullstrap, they make some of the best leather cases out there on the market. The quality is just unmatched when it comes to actual leather quality. When you get that good smell, I always say, man, you can put a hole in the Bullstrap case, hang it over your mirror in your car. Your whole car will smell like some leather, man. That's what this Bullstrap is bringing. So I had to go ahead and drop this in at number 8. Such a good case. Very tight fitting leather case. Comes in multiple different colors. Now on the bottom of it, your butt is out. All right. As we say on my channel, if you're new, the booty is out when it comes to the bottom of the case right here. So that may not bother somebody. That's just Bullstrapping the way they've been doing it for years. It used to bother me a lot, but nowadays I'm starting to kind of embrace the butt out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to embrace the booty being out sometimes. And that's what I'm doing with this case right here. So tight fitting case, very nice buttons, very nice colors. This case is a little bit on the expensive side, but that's what you get when it comes to nice leather cases. It's just a pleasure to hold in your hand. These patina so well with the level of quality of leather that they have. I just absolutely love the Bullstrap case and everything. I really want to start using this as my daily case just to give it some more run. And you never know, once I start using it as my dailies, it can possibly creep up on this list because a lot of people love it. When it comes to leather cases, there's 2 out there to just knock it out the park, and Bullstrap is going to be one of them. So bringing in at number 8, this is one that I hate to put down low like this, but I'm telling you, competition is swinging at an all-time high right now. So Bullstrap coming in at number 8. Number 7 is a case that has made a very strong comeback. It was a case that was not even near this list the first time I did my top 10, and it hurt me because this is a case that's one of my favorites. This is one of the all-time kings on the channel. We got to talk about the Pitaka MagEZ 3 Pro. You already know they have came out with an updated version. If you've been sleeping, if you missed the video talking about the updated version, that's what Pitaka has done now. They have came out with one that has better buttons because the buttons on the previous gen was just not there. Very mushy, just didn't live up to the standard as it did for the 13 Pro Max. But they said, wait a minute now, we had a knockout the park case and we kind of nuked it a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring it back, and that's what they did for the 14 Pro. So now the Pitaka Pro is in the list and coming in at number 7, which I feel like is a very good number for a case that wasn't on the original top 10 list. So you're going to get that nice fiber, which I feel like Pitaka is some of the best ones in the market out here who does the Kevlar, the carbon fiber weave. Some of the best out there on the market. The buttons are better. Now they could be better, Pitaka. We could have some metal buttons. They are kind of, you know, floaty raised rubber buttons. Not the best, but it could be a little bit better. Has a very, very tight fit. Keeps a very thin profile. A lot of the more aramid fiber-ish cases has usually a thicker profile. That's what I love about the Pro case because it keeps a very thin profile. You're going to see those smudges on the back. You get that camera ring. I feel like they can have a more of a premium camera ring for the price that this case is. You get your cutouts, everything like that. When it comes to your magnet strength, this used to be one of the strongest magnets. They nuked it a little bit, but I understand when companies want to downgrade that magnet strength because it does mess with some wireless chargers and different things like that if you're not using MagSafe. So they did nuke the MagSafe strength a little bit, but even with all of that, even with the things that I would improve on this case, this is still one of the best cases on the market. I absolutely love it. I still use this case a lot from time to time just because I love the fiber weave. I love how thin it is. I love how tight the case is. And I just really like it when it comes to this boxy design. It's just something about the Pitaka Pro case that I always enjoy. So Pitaka is going to keep knocking out the park when it comes to their Pro case. Trust me, this is a case that will always be in the top 10. So coming in at number 7, Pitaka MagEZ Pro 3 or 3 Pro. Whatever it is, number 7. So number 6 is going to be an all new case that has just hit the market, and we got to talk about the Benks Armor Air case for the 14 Pro Max. Now this is going to be the first thin, minimal-ish style case that is on the list right here, and Benks did an amazing job, which I feel like this is probably one of the best thinnish Kevlar minimal cases that's out there on the market. So first of all, they hit you with a very nice metallic camera ring. It has your Benks branding there. I know some people really don't care about branding like that, but I don't mind it on the camera ring. It actually does fairly good. Now, one thing that I really like about this thin case and why I feel like it's one of the best, top side is going to be completely closed and your bottom side is going to be completely closed. Now, I know a lot of these thin cases, a lot of the times your head out and your butt out, once again, it's not a huge deal, but somebody like me who is starting to embrace the minimal style cases, I like to have that extra protection. That's just me. I'm a case guy. I like to protect my phone. I feel a little bit better when my top and the bottom is closed up, and that's exactly what they did with this one. When it comes to the sides, you basically have your little cutouts for your buttons. The magnets, all right, I'm not really going to get into a whole bunch of MagSafe strength when it comes to this video, but just look at the magnets on this thin case, all right? If you're new to this channel, man, this case, this block right here is going to be a heavy block with MagSafe, and this little bitty thin case has the magnets to hold it down. One of the strongest magnets when it comes to a case right now. I'm actually going to do a video with the top strongest MagSafe cases. This will for sure be on that list, man. Thin, gets the job done, has a nice Kevlar weave, very tight fit, nice affordable price. Benks just knocked it out the park when it comes to this Air case. It's grippy, I feel like, for an Air mid-fiber case, which is usually slippery. They knocked it out the park, all right? So Benks Armor Air is coming in at number 6, being a brand new case already at number 6. It's going to be a big deal, all right? So easily one of the best minimal cases out there on the market. Now, top 5. Let's go ahead and get it. It's about to get a little spicy and a little bit mixed up. But this number 5 case is one that I completely forgot when I was doing my rankings. And I thought about it when I had my whole top 10 ranking. And I was like, yeah, that's my list. And I forgot about this case, and I had to redo my entire ranking list because I had to get the Nomad Rugged up in the list, all right? Now, this may take a lot of people by surprise. I don't know if the Nomad Rugged is as popular as people, you know, they just don't know, but I love the Nomad Rugged case. Like, I really, really love this case, and I've used it for a period of time. Now, the things they did, man, super tight-fitting case. You know, when it comes to Nomad, they bringing you the quality, some of the most high-quality cases out there on the market when it comes to your iPhone. Give you a few different colors alongside with this limited ultra orange color that they just knock it out the park with. Tight fitting case, very nice protection. I mean, nice metallic, but it might be metallic, it might be plastic buttons, but I wish they were metallic. Nice buttons. MagSafe strength is fairly decent. You really get a lot of protection. To me, this is a, I wouldn't say a heavy duty-ish protection because I would like to see a bigger lip on the back when it comes to the camera and along the camera, the screen edge. The lip just isn't deep enough for me to provide the protection that I want this case to provide. But outside of that, I absolutely love the Nomad Rugged. It feels good in your hands. It gives you that a little bit of bulk that makes your phone feel like there's something there. I absolutely love it. Tight fit, decent MagSafe strength, nice buttons. They just knocked it out the park just over a nice, clean, and minimal heavy-duty-ish style cases. You know, usually when you start to get into heavy-duty cases, they have a lot going on, and it looks a little bit too much. Not when it comes to this Nomad Rugged, man. I absolutely love this case. I use the black one all the time. It's in the rotation. I have a rotation for about 5 cases. This is definitely in that rotation, man. Nomad Rugged coming in, starting with the number 5. This is like we're starting all over with the top 5. Had to put the Nomad Rugged up here. You made me reconstruct my whole list. Took me about 15, 20 minutes to get it right. So yeah, Nomad Rugged, easily one of the best out. I think this is a sleeper case that a lot of people should go out there and try out. Number 4. Used to be a champ. It was a former champ. I need to start doing a list. I need to get some belts or something, man. But this case was a former champ. You know about it. Let me hear the hashtags up in the comments. And we got to talk about the Caudabe Sheath. Look, man, I cannot rave about how much I love the Sheath. I can't rave about how much you guys love the Sheath. Just let me see the hashtag Sheath Gang up in the comments down below. They just knock it out the park. I love Caudabe. I've been using their cases for years, all right? 4 years. Absolutely love them. You get a nice texture on the back. Now, I have to say about the texture, some people don't like it. Some people think it's slippery. I think it's a little bit of mix of both, where sometimes it gets slippery, then sometimes it adds some grip. So the texture is going to be however you prefer it, but it doesn't show any smudges. Let's just appreciate that the Caudabe Sheath does not show any smudges. You're going to get a very nice snug fit that goes all the way around it. And for this material of a case, that is very impressive how they've made the case thick enough to give you that nice fit that goes all the way around. Nice buttons, all right? I am a fan of metal raised floating buttons, but when you don't have it and you still have good buttons, that is very impressive, and that's exactly what Caudabe did with that. Very strong MagSafe magnets. Once again, one of the strongest MagSafe magnets out there when it comes to these cases. You get very nice clean colors. This is going to be the crimson colorway, but you can get a color that kind of matches your iPhone or matches it close to what you want it to look like. Nice cutouts in a very affordable case, always around that $30-some price range. You can't beat that when it comes to a very solid case, and sitting at number 4, which easily can be number 2 or number 3 when it comes to this list. But the competition, like I said, is that tight. But Caudabe Sheath, always knocking it out the park. This is always a go-to. This is always a staple on the channel. This is one of the most popular cases on the channel. You guys love them. I love them, man. Such good folks over there at Caudabe, and they knocked it out the park, man, as always when it comes to the sheath. I can't wait to the next iterations of this to see what improvements they make. So coming in at number 4, used to be a champ for a while, Caudabe Sheath, man, always getting it done. Sheath gang in the comments. Number 3, gotta go with the Andar Aspen. Now, you know I love my Andar products, and this is the first leather case that has made me consider using a leather case as a daily. I was never a leather case person. I enjoyed a nice solid leather case, but it was never a case that I wanted to use on the daily basis until I got my hands on the Aspen, all right? Excellent colors. This is going to be their new-ish sand colorway, which I feel like is a very unique color. And I love all of their colors because they're all unique in their own way and doesn't look like the competition out there when it comes to leather cases. Just gives you that nice coverage all the way around. You get very nice metallic buttons. You get a metallic camera ring. Very nice magnets for a leather case. All right. Now, a lot of leather cases, a lot of times the magnets are a little iffy. Once again, you're getting some strong magnets that can kind of hold this base. You got to keep it right here, but it can hold this base pretty good. And for a leather case, that's saying a lot to have those strong MagSafe magnets. Andar just knocks it out the park. A lot of people also in my comment section love the Andar Aspen. Let me see the Andar Aspens in the comments down below. We don't have a hashtag. Maybe we need to think of one, but the Aspen just gets it done. Very tight fit when it comes to all 4 corners of your phone. I know leather cases, that's a challenge. Some of them don't fit correctly. When it comes to the Aspen, you don't got to worry about it. Buttons, nice colors, very nice MagSafe strength, just made of quality, and you can give it that nice smell, and this leather is going to smell off, all right? So Andar Aspen is sitting at number 3. Go to Andar's website, man. Just check out some of their leather accessories. They are just blowing it out the park, whether you want a bag, whether you want a wallet, you want a MacBook case, whatever you want. Head over to their website. They know how to do it. And one thing that they for sure know how to do is make an excellent iPhone 14 Pro Max case when it comes to the Aspen. Number 2. Now, this is when you kind of know how the case is shaping up. Some of you may already know what number 1 is by looking at the list. If you don't know, just stay tuned. But the Phone Rebel Gen 4 has finally been dethroned as the top case that's out there on the market. Now, I'm not saying that this case is bad. The Phone Rebel Gen 4s, I absolutely love it, all right? Some days I automatically go right back to this case because that's how much I love it. Phone Rebel just knocks it out the park when it comes to their cases. You're talking about excellent Kevlar material, just gets it done. You know, I'm a fan. You see a pattern when it's carbon fiber and Kevlar, you know I'm a fan of them. Excellent pattern on the back. Just the design of this case, the protection that this case offers for the price point. You get interchangeable buttons. I mean, interchangeable. Look at the titanium buttons. Nobody else is really doing it like them when it comes to the buttons out there. And you get a very tight fit that goes all the way around it. MagSafe strength is just key. Look, I promise you, if I was to make a case, man, the Phone Rebel would be the case. I love this case. This case is also a very popular one on the channel. It has been in the top 10. It's been number 1 for about 2 top case videos now. For the first one, I think I had the Phone Rebel at number 1, and I think the last one I did for the 13, I had the Phone Rebel sitting at number 1. This time it's sitting at number 2, but it's still such a good case, man. It is so hard to argue that this is not a number 1 case because of the price, the protection, and the quality that you are getting when it comes to this case. Yo, Philip over there, Phone Rebel team, Everything Apple Pro, y'all are killing it. Really, really can't wait to see what y'all do with the 15 version because from the teaser videos, that thing looked like it is coming for the number 1 spot, all right? So sitting at number 2, the champ has finally been knocked out. It's like that first time Roy Jones Jr. got knocked out. Let me know if y'all remember that. Sitting at number 2, man, the Phone Rebel Gen 4. And you can put the frosted line. You can put a few cases that are sitting at this line. Just that Phone Rebel lineup in general, I got to give it to the number 2 spot. All right, so here we are sitting at the number 1 spot. This rookie has came up from the depths and became the number 1 case. And we got to talk about the Benks Armor Pro. Look, I know a lot of people may be like, wait a minute. As I always say, this is my list. You may not agree with it. This case has came out and I absolutely love it, and it's perfect because this case has been on my phone since I've received this case. So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. First off, you're going to get a very nice Kevlar pattern, which is one that provides grip. A lot of the Kevlar, when it comes to a lot of the cases that was on the list, even the Phone Rebel, is slick on the back. This one, you can kind of feel the fibers, which gives you a little bit more grip when I'm talking about gripping the case. Second, very tight fit. I mean, this case fits insanely tight. There's not one weak point when it comes to this case. Everything fits super tight. No issues or anything when it comes to the fit. Next, MagSafe strength. I mean, I can turn my head and not even worry about this thing dropping off the magnet. You get insane magnet strength when it comes to this Armor Pro. Next, very nice metallic buttons. Absolutely perfect. Not an issue at all when it comes to these buttons. Spot on, no issues. Nice, tactile, gets the job done. Overall feels very good. And this case doesn't have any sharp corners. It doesn't dig in your fingers or dig in your corner. I know a lot of people say that about the Phone Rebel. Doesn't really bother me, but a lot of people say they have sharp corners. You don't got to worry about it with this Benks Armor Pro, man. Just smooth on all of the edges. Very nice, thin case. It's something about it that is hard to kind of put through on camera, but when you go buy this case and slap it on your phone, I feel like, and everybody in my Discord, everybody who's used it, let me know in the comments down below. Am I bugging out for putting the Armor Pro sitting at #1 above the Phone Rebel Gen 4? I don't think I am, because this case, I absolutely love it. Big shout out to Benks for having 2 cases in the top 10. That usually not happens. They are knocking out the park this year, and I had to give this case at #1, and I just got it in. I just got this case in like 2 weeks ago, and it's already at #1. That's how much the initial impression, my first impression on a case, if it blows me away, it blows me away. I've been using it, and I'm happy to say I've already dropped this thing a few times. I feel like this is a case that is much deserving of the #1 spot. So bravo, Benks. Everybody give them a round of applause up in the comment section for becoming the #1. Benks has never had a #1 spot. So now Benks, case is gonna come for you. You sit in the #1 spot, you're about to get a nice place over here on the background, because #1 case is always gonna be up here displayed. Now the ball is in your court to keep a good case coming out for this iPhone and future iPhone models out there coming up. So that's it, man. That's going to be my top 10 list. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I like my top 10 cases to be a little bit long. I like for them to be a vibe so you can hang out, get your drink, get your snacks, and check it out, man. Any case that I talked about in this video will link be down below. And also the video review link that I did, because I'm pretty sure I reviewed every single case individually. That's in this top 10. All right, so I'm out. Y'all enjoy the video, man. Catch me on the next one. Later.